Are you wondering how to move to Tacoma in 2024? My name is Marguerite, and I've been a real estate agent in Tacoma since 2005, and I started the website movetotacoma.com in 2015. I've had hundreds of conversations with people over the years helping them move to Tacoma, and I think I've got the answers that you need on how to move to Tacoma in 2024. The first recommendation I have is to visit first. I know this one seems obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people are trying to move here and get a rental or purchase a home sight unseen. You can only learn so much about a community from the internet. At a certain point, you have to come here and see the neighborhoods and see the homes for yourself and figure out where you want to land. So my first recommendation is find a way to get out here, spend a week driving around with a real estate agent, and visit first. The next piece of advice I have about moving to Tacoma is to research your neighborhoods. Most people have a pretty clear idea of the kind of life they want to live when they arrive, right? You have a certain type of home. You want to live in an apartment. You want to live in a condo. You want to live in a craftsman home. You want to live in a brand new house. Those things combined with your budget are going to determine 90% of the neighborhood that you end up in. So starting with that information and then finding out where the type of home you want is and the budget that you're on, that's going to narrow you down. Check out our neighborhood guide at movetotacoma.com. We have dozens and dozens of neighborhoods in Tacoma and across Pierce County, along with information about the median home price, the type of architecture, the resources in the community, what the neighbors are saying about living there, as well as activities that you can do. In addition, we have blog posts and podcasts that cover information about the neighborhoods as well. So if you're trying to narrow things down based on more than just your house and your budget, the neighborhood guide is a great place to start. Next, and I kind of just alluded to this, you really need to know your budget. Whether you are renting or purchasing, there's a huge difference in cost neighborhood to neighborhood in Tacoma. There's a neighborhood where you would get a 3-bedroom, 1-bath house for $425,000, and a mile and a half away, that same house is going to cost you $1 million. It's literally like that. So knowing your budget, that is going to help you determine exactly where you end up. If you're renting, you're going to want to check with property management companies in the area to find out how much times your rental income you have to earn. And if you're buying, you definitely want to talk to a local lender to help get pre-approved. The next thing to consider, of course, is your commute. Most of us still have to commute in some capacity to our office. So knowing sort of your limits to how much time you're willing to spend in the car, spend on the bus, spend on the train, whatever it is, that's really going to help you determine where you end up in Tacoma or across Pierce County. If you're commuting north to Seattle or Bellevue, or if you're commuting south to Olympia or JBLM, those time distances can vary about 20 minutes across the city. So that's an important piece of information as well. In addition to commuting for work, people also need to consider commuting for things like the school that their kids are going to be at, the coffee shop they're going to go to every day. Some folks really want a closely connected neighborhood where they can get to their coffee shop without getting in their car. Other folks don't mind doing the drive-through thing, right? So different neighborhoods are going to offer different amenities in that way, and knowing what and how you're going to be commuting to your favorite things is also going to help narrow down your neighborhood. Next, you really want to consider your lifestyle. Some people move to the Northwest because they want to see mountains. They want to see water. They want to be in nature. That is an option in many neighborhoods in Tacoma and across Pierce County. Other people want to be having a more buzzier urban experience, right? Living over businesses, living near all the things that they're going to be doing every day, living a car-free lifestyle, right? Like those kinds of things are really going to help you determine, the lifestyle that you're living is going to determine where you end up. So researching those things, again, our neighborhood guides can be a big help with that, or using the contact form. If you have questions for me, I can help you narrow down where you're going to find the most access to waterfront, city, whatever it is that you're looking for. So finally, the real estate market in 2024, the rental market in 2024, it's changed. It's different than it was in 2019. It's different than it was in 2015. So the biggest thing that we've had happen in Tacoma over the last year is kind of an easing of price increases. Tacoma had the fastest rising rents in the country. Tacoma had some of the fastest increasing home prices in the country. We had 18% growth, followed by 19% growth, right? This year, year has been more chill. The median home price in Pierce County is hovering right around $525, $530, and the median home price in Tacoma is right around $450, $475, kind of bopping along. Whereas in previous years, we'd been seeing big increases every year. As buyers, this gives you a little more breathing room as you're making your selection. That said, the conditions of the market are varying a lot by price and neighborhood. So there's some neighborhoods where you are still going to get a bit of a feeding frenzy for a home that comes on in good condition, and other neighborhoods where they're just gonna sit longer no matter how great they are. So this is definitely a question you're gonna wanna ask your realtor. Once you've started to narrow down the list of neighborhoods that you're in and you have your budget, you're gonna wanna ask them, what is the climate right now? But in general, in 2024, there's a little more breathing room for renters and a little more breathing room for buyers. A little bit. If you still have questions about how to move to Tacoma in 2024, visit movetotacoma.com. Check out the blog, the podcast. We've got tons more videos about more specific neighborhoods. And if you still need help, I'd love to talk to you. Hit up the contact form. I'm happy to help you find a neighborhood expert to help you find your home in Tacoma. Good luck.
Move to Tacoma.com